could you kindly write on the chat, is anybody else coming? We are waiting for you, because since I'm using my mobile phone as a hotspot,
so I write on the mobile phone. We are waiting for you.
Yes,
okay.
Please. Yes. We're waiting for you if anybody else is coming, because they tend to forget. They get to the message, they might say, oh yeah, my English lesson.
Waiting
for you. Thank you, because I'm using my mobile as a hotspot, and so I cannot go on WhatsApp.
Yes, sure. Waiting
for you.
Good for you too. Okay.
Yes, because they tend to forget.
Yes.
And when they got the message, they oh, my English lesson, and they come. Okay, so do you want me to allow you to share your screen? Okay.
Sure. If you want, I tell you, I studied the story.
Yes, you can share the screen if you want to, and you can tell me, yes, what you have prepared for today.
But not, no, I prepare something oral.
Yes, of course. Haven't you got any image, anything?
Yes, there are some videos.
Whatever you prefer.
Okay.
If you prefer only to talk, it's okay for me.
But I don't know how to...
If you go at the bottom, there are many icons, and among them a green one.
Condividere lo schermo.
Condividere lo schermo, it's in Italian, yes.
That's what we are doing.
Yes.
Okay.
If you want me to see your screen, your monitor.
Okay.
But if you want just to tell me, it's okay, no problems.
Okay. If I should just a moment. Okay.
But Valentina, if you prefer to do it only orally, it's okay, no problems.
Okay, so okay, I do it oral. Okay, yes, it's the story of a young lady. She was born in Hamburg, Germany, and at the age of 22, she felt uncomfortable with people and with the world all around her. She stood in the middle of the street, and she felt alone. There was too much noise, traffic in Hamburg. So she went to, and she had also panic attacks.
Yes.
So it was also difficult for her to go into a supermarket. It was challenging also go to a supermarket.
Going into a supermarket or any crowded place.
Yes, so she went to visit some relatives in Norway.
Oh, fantastic, Norway.
There was a cousin, she went to visit her cousin who had who lived in a woodland with 6 horses. And so she came in contact, she entered in contact with the nature.
Got in contact, yes.
In contact with the nature and with the silence. And she went back a couple of
weeks, months.
Not altre volte.
Couple of times more.
Couple of times she came back a couple of times till she decided to live there.
Move there. To move
there, and she managed to have a small and cozy house. She found also a boyfriend.
Wow, from Norway.
Norway, and now she lives there. She's a YouTuber, I think. She's a photographer, and she put the photographs in internet.
Her blog. She's a blogger.
She has followers, and she's happy because she says that life has two sides. One is bright, and the other one is black, is dark, and her family wanted her to have a good job, to be someone in the social
yes,
in a status,
yes,
social status. So,
yes.
and but she finds that the new life she has now is simpler, but full of meaning for her.
Yes.
So sometimes we cannot what life gives us, and sometimes there is something that we can't decide, that comes, that happens
to us. That's what they call fate, destiny, fate.
Yes, because yeah, that we cannot predict. Yes, we cannot predict.
Foresee.
So she has a boyfriend who manufactures silver jewelry. But my question is, well, now they are young, sure, and there are many boys and teenagers and also young people who do this work, this kind of job,
yes.
A new job like the YouTubers. But the future, what about the future? What about the economic aspect? This is my question.
You know what? Life is so short. Enjoy it, and what will come, will come. What comes, comes. Because if you live all your life, thinking, but what when I will be, what if, what you will never live happily. So simply take things as they come is my philosophy.
Because this girl says that
she's happy now.
The life is difficult, in particular during the winter time.
Because it's dark.
But she doesn't do anything special. It's a very simple life. But she's happy. She feels very well in the nature, and that's her life.
Yes.
So, and followers love.
Yes.
They love to listen
to her stories. See the pictures, because from
the pictures of Norway
is fantastic. I mean,
Manu, there is Manu. Sorry, I'm sorry, but today I can't join the lesson. But she also said that she couldn't join the lesson. Manuela.
Why she couldn't join?
I wrote to you last week.
Oh, yes,
because she had
yes, no problems. Yes, exactly. I keep getting text messages saying, sorry, I can't come, and I keep forgetting who wrote what. But yes, she had written it to me. Yeah, no problem.
We should have Juliana. Juliana wrote that this is the first time she should come. Because you wrote, no, Agnese wrote. Who's Agnese?
Agnese, yes.
You are a new entry. And Juliana answers yes.
Okay, but she's not here with us.
I don't know.
Anyway, whoever comes.
Agnese gives the email address.
I sent her the link. Is it?
Yes, and you sent the link. Yes. And this Agnese sent also the calendar with the the email addresses from Europol. Europol.
Don't worry, maybe she can't come because it's a very bad period. That's the end of the term, è la fine del quadrimestre, so there are all the school meetings and you know, a number of problems, evaluation and meetings of any kind. So I know it's a bad period. Moreover, Friday evening is always a bad day, but what can I do? That's what I was given, you know, as a time. So okay, it's me and you. I'm all for you.
Then I looked for the right pronunciation. So I learned something about. I didn't know the L is not L, is L.
Yeah. Yes.
It's a bit difficult.
Exactly.
So yes. I should pay attention when I speak.
Yes.
And also the THE is not the, it depends if after there is the vowel.
The or the.
The, yes.
The or the. Yes.
And we Italians tend to put vowels
at the end.
At the end of every word.
Yes, exactly. Which we're not supposed to do. Yes, we shouldn't do.
And another thing that I really didn't understand very much is the T at the beginning of a word, like Tuesday. It's not a Tuesday, it's Tuesday.
It's T is something in between a T and a C. T. It's more like a ch. It's something in between our T and our ch. So Tuesday.
But it's is it always at the beginning of?
No, always, even in the middle of the word.
Okay. That's difficult.
Literature. You don't say literature, you say literature.
Nature, yes, literature.
Okay, that's the final chur, which becomes a chur. But even if it's not the final T-U-R-E, even if it's something like, I don't know, but something in the middle, it's always a very pronounced T. It's almost a ch. It's something in between a T and a ch.
But there are no rules.
No, that's how they pronounce the T. It's always pronounced like that.
In the middle, in the center of...
Both at the beginning and at the center of the word.
So T is always like chi, the pronunciation.
Between T and ch, yes. It's a very sounded T.
Always.
Always.
Okay.
The simple T. Then there's the final chur, which you pronounce really as a chur, nature, literature, and so on. But that's the final T-U-R-E.
A table. Table.
It's not a table, it's table. Table.
Table.
Yes.
Okay, it's not a table, it's a table.
Yes.
Okay.
The T is always very much pronounced. Yes. And there are no doubles. Gabriella will become Gabriella. There are no double sounds. We have doubles, double L, double M, double. They do not pronounce the doubles. Oh, that's Juliana. Hi, Juliana. Welcome. Welcome, Juliana. How are you? We can't hear you. We still can't hear you. What's wrong? Can you hear me? Yes. I might send you a request to switch the audio on. Switch the audio on, please. That's better. So, how are you? No.
No.
We still can't hear you. We still can't hear you. Have you got the microphone on your earphones? Is there a microphone? Yeah. So, is it on? Okay. Oh, that's better. No.
No.
She's gone again. Oh my God. Anyway, in the meantime, Valentina, so would you like to go and live in Norway? Have you ever been to Norway?
I went just to see the capital, Oslo. I just saw Oslo, which is not a big town. And I saw a big, non so come si dice, è una pista dove ci si lancia.
Ma una pista di
sci? No, è una pista di sci, però il lancio degli sci. Cioè si lanciano in alto con gli sci, si lanciano in aria.
Tipo un trampolino?
Ecco, un trampolino in aria.
Ah, ok. Come si dice trampolino? Ski slope?
It's a spring, non so.
Yeah, maybe.
Mi senti, Maria Pia?
Sì, adesso sì, Giuliana. Oh, that's better. How are you today? How are you today? How are you today?
Okay. Fine, thanks.
You're fine. Good. Welcome.
Sorry, springboard or diving board, trampolino.
That's the one, for example, in the swimming pools.
Okay, that's the diving board. No, yes, c'è proprio un trampolino.
When you say maybe 1, 2, 3, and then you jump into the water, but not the one with the ski. The one with the ski. Look for trampolino di sci. I can't because my mobile phone is. I'm using my mobile phone as a hotspot, so I can't use it.
No problem, don't worry. A ski jump.
I was telling you, something like a ski jumping, jump.
There is a big ski jump above the capital, some kilometers, and where for champions.
Yes, to practice.
Chi lo fa come sport agonistico.
To train. Yes, to train.
To train.
Why?
Well, that's all.
Why did you go to Oslo?
It was just an organized trip to the north capital. It was Oslo, Copenhagen, and
Copenhagen. Yeah. Did you go by boat, by ship?
Yes, there was also a night by
cruise. It was a cruise.
A cruise, not all a cruise, a part, a night, just a night.
Ah, okay.
It was from Norway to Sweden. No, we went to the 3 capitals.
Helsinki,
Copenhagen, and not Helsinki.
Copenhagen,
Stockholm. Not Finland. Not Finland.
Stockholm, Copenhagen, and Oslo. Yes. So, yes, Sweden, Denmark, and Norway.
And now there is an important bridge that was built between Denmark and Sweden. The Malmo Bridge.
And Copenhagen. No, anyway, yes, Malmo and Copenhagen.
Copenhagen and Malmo, yes, there is this important
bridge. It's a fantastic bridge. It's a fantastic bridge. Very long, very nice, very scenographic. I loved it.
Did you see it?
Yes, I've been there more than once. I love northern countries, to be honest. I really loved Norway. I got to know with Finland, and yes, I liked Denmark and Sweden. More, and they're all different, you know. They're all. Why do I hear this echo? I can hear an echo. Let's see if it's any better.
Okay, sorry if you want to speak with Juliana, who's new.
It's okay. No, we can all speak together. Juliana, you can tell anything you like. Yes. Anyway, all those countries, we consider them, you know, all the same, but they're very, very different one from the other. Finland has got many lakes, and they've got a sauna. They've got different traditions.
And which one do you prefer?
I like,
in your opinion,
Finland and Norway the best.
Finland because of the lakes.
Finlandia e la Norvegia. Yes. I also liked Sweden and Denmark, but more than anything else, Finland and Norway. Yes, Finland, because of its many lakes, the nature, and the sauna, the beautiful outside barbecues. There are barbecues everywhere with, you know, wood ready for you to use.
But you mean in summer, perhaps, not?
Went there in summertime, yes. Yes, I went there in summertime. Norway, I liked the mountains and the fjords and the people. And people in Norway are very, very friendly, easygoing. In Finland, they're much more, how can I say, shy.
Reserved.
Yes, exactly.
Not. So if I say not, I have to say not? Or not? Not?
That depends. Yes, no.
I don't. No, I do. I do not like. I do not.
Because sometimes they tend to elicit, to cut out some, because they attach the words. So I don't know if you say it slowly, it's I don't know. But normally speaking, I don't know. I don't know. As if it's written, don't know.
But okay, but
the pronunciation.
Mi sono scritta gli appunti che comunque la T si legge quasi come una C.
I don't know.
Ok.
They pronounce it like that. But if you pronounce it slowly, I don't know it. Also, it's a T.
It, ecco, adesso it. Ok.
So we were, you know, revising some pronunciation rules. Stavamo ripassando delle regole di pronuncia e la T è sempre una T molto sonora, something in between a T and a C, qualcosa tra la T e la C. T.
I don't know.
Yes.
Giusta pronuncia?
It, that, what. You know, it's not what, it's what.
It's what?
Then speaking slow, speaking
also with the aspiration, with the HT is always T.
No,
even though there is
TH is the or the.
Ecco.
TH has got two different sounds. One is the, like in mother, father. And the other one is the, like thing, think.
Okay, yeah,
now
yes, I understand.
Think and mother. You see, it's a different the. Think, it's a the. Mother is a the.
Is it the mother?
But
yes.
It's
I am and the father.
Father, brother.
I am and nonno e father.
Grandfather, no.
Yes.
Yes, I'm a grandfather. I'm a grandmother. You're a grandmother. No, you can't be a grandmother, Juliana.
No,
you might be a mother, perhaps, but not a grandmother for sure. I could be a grandmother, but I'm not. Not yet. Anyway, and yes, and the R, la R non è mai una R, è una R, red. right, wrong, and so on. Yes.
And I also saw some ways of saying goodbye, because I saw a lesson of an English teacher, yeah. He said that English people do not say goodbye, bye-bye. They usually see you later,
see you later,
even though we do not see each other later. Or see
you tomorrow. See you. Simply
cheers.
See you.
I didn't also cheers.
Cheers. Yes.
Or cheerio.
So long per dire
so
ciao,
long
ciao.
also. And cheerio also.
Cheerio means chin chin.
No, it's also cheerio or cheers like goodbye.
Yeah, more cheers. Cheers can be goodbye. Cheerio is more like chin chin.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, cheers can be chin chin, but it can also be cheers. Bye. Yeah. If you want to,
and also you are welcome. It's not used. It's used pleasure. No worries.
Pleasure. You're welcome is very much used in Australia or in other parts of the world. But also, you know, in Britain, in British English, you're welcome is used when, for example, if you go to a chemist, into a pharmacy, and say something like, I've got a horrible headache and maybe a little bit of temperature, I don't feel well, and the chemist, the pharmacist tells you, you might try an aspirin. Okay, thank you very much indeed. You're welcome, because you're welcome in my field of knowledge. Perché in quel senso sei la benvenuta nel mio campo di conoscenze, capito? Allora in questo caso prego è usato, si dice you're welcome.
In a
oppure if
way,
you stop, sorry,
and also perhaps a formal way. No,
yes, could be a formal way, yes. Also, if you stop someone in the road and ask him or her, excuse me, how do I get to the station, please? To the station, go straight on, turn right at the third traffic lights, and then turn left at the roundabout, and the station is in front of you. Oh, thank you very much indeed. You're welcome. You're welcome in this case means you're welcome in my field of knowledge. But normally, if I give you, I don't know, a scissor, here you are, thank you. It's okay, not at all. It's all right. Okay, but you can use you're welcome, but normally in British, you're welcome is more used in the meaning of you're welcome in my field of knowledge. Sì, si può dire prego in tanti modi. Not at all. That's okay. That all right.
Or pleasure. It's a pleasure.
My pleasure is very very formal, or if you want to be a little bit mocking, my pleasure.
Okay.
It's normally a formal way. If, yes.
Grazie si può dire very, very good.
No, grazie, thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Right, my pleasure.
Very much. Aspetta, ho sbagliato a scrivere. Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much indeed. Grazie mille davvero. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, so going from the most casual to the most warm would say thanks. Thanks is thanks. Thank you. Thank you very much. Wow, thank you very much indeed.
Which is prego.
No, questo vuol dire grazie.
Ah, questo è solo...
Grazie, okay. Thanks.
Not at all. Not at all.
Not at all.
That's okay.
Okay, it's all right. You're welcome. Right. Nothing is a little bit from the Spanish nada. It's used in American countries like, I don't know, New Mexico, this kind of things.
Nothing they say. Okay.
Don't mention it. Is also, don't mention it. Don't mention it. Don't mention it.
Prego.
Prego, ma non dirlo neanche per scherzo.
Figurati, it's our figurati.
No problems, no problems.
Don't mention it.
Yes. Quindi, thank you, not at all. Thank you very much indeed. My pleasure. Thank you very much. It's all right. It's okay.
Okay.
Oh, thank you very much indeed.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. Don't mention it, ma non dirlo neanche. Non ti preoccupare. No problems.
And thank you. There is only thank you.
Thanks.
Like in Italy, we have just grazie.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed.
It's always just one word, like us.
Yes,
like
come
in
noi.
Italy.
Grazie, grazie mille, grazie molte, grazie tante davvero. Okay, but sempre thanks. Yes. I was telling you there's a site. I hope I can show it to you. Oh dear. Okay, let's go. I gave a number of suggestions to the other class on possible sites. Ho dato una serie di suggerimenti all'altra classe di possibili siti, websites, where they can practice their English. And I can send the same, suggestions to you too.
Okay. Thanks.
And there's brilliant.org. It's for STEM subjects. STEM stands for, you know what?
Brilliant.
STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and math.
Okay.
Anyway, on this side, we can go there and have a look. There are many exercises of logic, mathematics, science, chemistry, physics, these kind of things that you are supposed to solve. And it's all in English. So, I don't know, what's this, for example? Okay, today's challenge. La sfida di oggi. Participants of a literature course are required to read 6 books chosen from a list of 8.
6
out of 8. Coincidentally, or maybe on purpose, there were some cases in which more than one student read the exact same set of 6 books. At the end of the semester, the lecturer found that for any given set of 6 books, a maximum of 5 students chose that set. How many people at most attended the course? Oh my God, this is very difficult. Okay, there are easier ones, ce ne sono di più facili però. Allora, participants of a literature course.
But this is a math test.
Yes, this is a math
I'm not
test.
good in mathematics.
Yes. Okay, anyway, brilliant is
I prefer literature or history.
Yes.
Or
Brilliant
no?
is mainly connected to math, STEM subjects, math, science, chemistry, physics, and so on. Otherwise, you can go to Free Rise. Free Rise is a website by the UN, United Nations, dell'ONU, è un sito dell'ONU, and here you can choose the categories you like best. Nobel Prizes, Hiragana, Japanese, Hunger Heroes, Japanese vocabulary, Ancient Rome, Katakana, the global, for example, shall we try Ancient Rome? And anytime you complete a set of questions, they donate how can I say, a bowl of rice, but it's figurative. Sometimes they give other food or medicine or whatever is needed in a place of the world in need. So by playing this game, games through this site, Free Rice, you contribute to send money, food, medicine, whatever, to poor people all over the world through the United Nations. How do they do that? Because the sponsors are happy to pay for the money in exchange of their advertising, which normally appears here on one side of the website. But it's very unintrusive, it's not intrusive at all. And it's a very safe site. Anyway, for example, what animal is said to have raised twin brothers Romulus and Remus? The lion, the bear, the wolf, or the tiger?
The wolf.
Of course, it was a she-wolf. Era una lupa che ha allevato Romolo e Remo. In realtà, do you know the real story? Lo sapete la storia vera? Lupa in Latin does mean she-wolf, but it also means prostitute. So it was probably a prostitute who found Romulus and Remus, fed them, raised them, and then they founded Rome. But officially, you know, how can you say Rome was founded thanks to the prostitute, thanks to a prostitute. So they went for the other meaning of the word, and their, symbol is a she-wolf feeding Romulus and Remus. Sì, in realtà lupa in latino vuol dire lupa, la femmina del lupo, però voleva anche dire prostituta. Infatti ci sono parole come lupanario, eccetera, no? E quindi in realtà
But why should a prostitute have raised the children?
Probabilmente ha trovato questi due bambini affamati, li ha allevati e poi loro, in realtà è stato appunto grazie a una prostituta, però come si può dire che Roma è nata grazie a una prostituta? E allora hanno preso l'altro significato della parola, la lupa, e c'è questo simbolo della lupa che allanta Romolo e Remo. In realtà, ecco, vabbè, comunque. What month is named for the first emperor of ancient Rome? August, June, January, or July? Maybe
July.
Julius Caesar.
I think July.
No, August, Augusto. Okay.
Because it's Caesar. Cesare Augusto.
Yeah, but everybody was Augustus. I mean, Augustus was an epithet, not a personal name, but anyway. Pax Romana means, well, we are Roman time, Roman peace time, Roman downtime, Roman love time. Okay.
Peace time.
The Thracian who led a slave revolt in 73 BCE, before Christ, European counting, was called Russell Crowe, Maximus, Commodus, Spartacus.
Spartacus.
I think.
Vabbè.
Spartacus. What was the Roman equivalent to Ares, god of war, called? Jupiter, Thor, Mars. Marte. What was St. Paul's original name? Augustus, William, Peter, Saul.
Il nome di I don't know.
I think so.
Saul.
Yes. What was the volcano that destroyed Pompeii called? Mount Etna, Mount Pompeii, Mount St. Helena, Mount Vesuvius.
Vesuvius, yes.
Per noi queste sono molto facili. Where was the center of Roman politics? The Pantheon, the Palatine Hill, the Colosseum, the Forum.
The Pantheon or the Palatine Hill? No, the
Forum.
The Forum.
The center of politics, the Forum.
I didn't know.
Ma the Forum in realtà era la piazza.
The main square.
What month is named after Julius Caesar? Questo sarà July. Proviamo. Oh. The calendar developed in the 1st century BCE was called Julian calendar, Judean calendar, Janarius calendar, Gregorian.
No.
Ok, let's change topic. Cambiamo argomento che stiamo facendo uno schifo qui.
I don't remember the story because I teach in the secondary school, so we don't study Roman ancient periods. We study from medieval times.
Let's choose another category.
Yes. Global
what
goals,
about
what does it mean?
Global goals.
Lo scopo, il...
Sì, le cose...
Che vuoi raggiungere?
Proviamo.
Global goals.
The global goals has how many targets? I don't know.
It's difficult.
169. Wow. Which of the following statement is true? Famine is caused exclusively by drought. Famine is caused by natural seasonal cycles. Famine is preventable. Famine is an unavoidable disaster. I think it's preventable.
Famine means la povertà.
La fame.
La fame.
Quindi le domande erano: la fame è causata esclusivamente dalla siccità. La fame è causata da problemi stagionali. La fame si può prevenire e la fame è inevitabile.
The last one. The global goals are designed to apply
to high-income countries, low and middle-income countries, all countries, sub-Saharan Africa. Global goals...
Cosa vuol dire? Are designed to apply for...
Allora, questi come si chiamano in italiano? Target, questi cosi globali. Quando si vuole arrivare a qualcuno, questi obiettivi globali sono studiati per essere applicati a apply to stati con un alto reddito, stati che hanno redditi medio-bassi. Tutti gli stati dell'Africa subsahariana.
Sub-Saharan Africa.
No. But global goals.
No. Income country.
High income? I would say all countries.
Secondo.
All countries. A plan for people and planet is the 100 Sustainable Development Goals, 16 Sustainable Development Goals, 17 Sustainable Development Goals, 10 I don't know. I have no idea. Do you have any idea?
No.
Shall we say 10?
Too difficult.
16?
17.
17. You were right, Giuliana, but too late. What is the number one UN Millennium Development Goal? L'obiettivo di sviluppo del millennio numero 1 per le Nazioni Unite. To eradicate extreme poverty and hunger, to achieve universal primary education, to ensure environmental sustainability, to promote gender equality and empower women. Ma penso che il più...
The first one.
Penso anch'io che sia il più,
Yes.
the main one. Identify the global goal. Goal 3, good health and well-being. Goal 13, climate action. Goal 15, life on land. Goal 17, partnership for the goals.
But what does it mean? Identify the global goal. Which one?
Un obiettivo globale.
Ah, okay, just one.
Io penso
climate action.
What do you think, Giuliana?
Goal 3, good health.
Good health
Sì.
and
Health,
well-being.
Health.
No, or climate.
Let's try
climate action.
It was climate action. Hunger kills more than combined.
Combinazione.
Cirrhosis, gout and cancer, tetanus, diarrhea and scurry, bla 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 bla, insomma, vabbè. Comunque, queste global goals.
Okay.
Vediamo un'altra. You can also choose the difficulty level.
Ah, okay.
And this is the easiest.
easiest.
Oh my God.
This one is the easiest.
Okay, let's try healthy eating. English
vocabulary or English grammar, yes.
Yes.
Okay, improve means make better, hold, whip, or bother.
Make better. Make better.
Improve vuol dire migliorare. Cloth means animal, 12, cap or fabric.
Animal.
12.
Fabric vuol dire tessuto e cloth anche vuol dire tessuto.
Giusto.
Okay.
Fabric, okay.
Sure means evil, terrible, fierce, or certain.
Certain.
Sure vuol dire sicuro, certo. Swirl means spin around, tug, protector, or abnormality.
No idea.
Spin around.
Okay.
Swirl. Dawn means passenger, good fortune, bug, or sunrise.
Sunrise.
Yes, dawn è l'alba.
Ecco sì.
Chatty means fated, talkative, impatient, or depressing.
Talkative.
Yes, talkative.
Chat.
Tale means story, marsh, postage, or bug.
Story. A tale is a story.
Tale is a story. Echo means menace, focus, be unsuccessful, or resound.
Resound.
L'eco è un suono. Habitat means argumentation, ploy, scent, or natural environment.
Natural environment.
Yes.
Habitat and natural environment.
Sorry, Giuliana, if you wanted to answer,
to
you and me.
La W non si sente, Valentina. To answer.
Answer.
Ci sono tantissimi casi in inglese in cui le lettere non si pronunciano. Answer, come se la W non ci fosse. Witchcraft means sorcery, movie, pen, or garbage. Witchcraft,
Garbage.
No, garbage è immondizie.
Ok.
Movie? No.
Movie è un film.
Witchcraft.
Witchcraft vuol dire quello che fanno le streghe. Cosa fanno? Le
maghe.
Sì.
Quelle con la scopa.
Una fattura, diciamo, sai, le fattucchiere che fanno... Ecco, witchcraft is sorcery.
Ok.
Penny invece è la padella, quindi non c'entra niente. Stroll means operation, leisurely walk, combatant or wizard.
Leisurely walk. To do a stroll.
Stroll è una passeggiata.
Or to stroll. Also.
Go for a stroll.
Go for a stroll.
Kettle means sofa, woods, rock or pot.
Sofa.
Kettle is a pot to boil water for the tea or these kind of things. Harass means to release, sprint, annoy or toss. Harass, I would say annoy, dar fastidio. Direi, proviamo. Yes. Annoy vuol dire dar noia, non annoiare, dar noia nel senso di dar fastidio, rompere le scatole. Teenage means small, adolescent, tragic or lasting.
Adolescent.
Yes. Teenagers sono coloro che hanno una age, un'età che finisce per teen, quindi 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 e 19, dai 13 ai 19 anni. Hanno un'età che finisce per teen e quelli sono i teenagers, quindi adolescent. Shack means hat, pot, worker or ache.
Ache? No.
Worker.
Allora, worker è operaio, lavoratore. Ache è dolore, per esempio toothache, headache, backache. Hut è una cabina o comunque un rifugio e pot è una pentola. Secondo me non so cosa sia shack.
I try to find.
Secondo me hut, yes, hut. È un rifugio, una piccola...
Una baracca. It's possible, baracca, capanna.
Capanna, una capanna.
A hut.
A hut, una capanna. Corpse means slang, bolster, dead body, intimacy.
Dead
body.
Dead body. A corpse is a dead body. Modify means blush, change, sleep or tidy.
Change.
Glimmer means wooden boards, tag, unhappiness, faint light. Faint light. A glimmer è un luccichio. Pity means small house, compassion, alarm or beg.
Compassion. What a pity.
What a pity, che peccato. Column means pillar, existence, work or attention.
Column.
Column. No. Excuse me.
Scusa Giuliana?
No, stavo pensando cos'era column.
Pillar è il cuscino. Pillar è il cuscino.
No, pillow è il cuscino.
Ah, sorry.
Pillow.
A pillar
Pillow con il final W.
Ah, yes.
W finale. Pillar è un pilastro, quindi una colonna.
Okay.
Layout means bucket, rat, arrangement or carving.
Non so. Layout.
Layout is an
Arrangement.
arrangement. Yes. Tsar means embroidery, lumber, sightseer, or Russian emperor.
Russian emperor.
Sì, uno zar era. Blockage means sack, crossing, killing, or obstruction.
Obstruction.
Yes.
Sex cos'era?
Scusa?
Sex cos'era?
Non mi ricordo più cosa c'era.
Sec.
Ah, sack è un sacco o anche uno zaino. Sack.
Okay.
Sì, non aveva niente a che vedere.
No.
Dilemma means mole, che sarebbe posta. Difficult choice. Gain, guadagnare, prediction, predizione.
A difficult choice?
Yes, a dilemma is a difficult choice.
Difficult choice.
Should I do this or should I do that? Template means reporter, intern, caribou, veterinarian, vet.
Dark.
Template,
I don't know.
it's a pattern.
Pattern.
Yes. È un modello, per esempio cambi modello, you change pattern, change template. Advancement means toy, progress, nerd, or fog.
Progress.
Progress. Advancement, sì. Felony means rules, belief, template, or serious crime.
Both. Serious crime.
Felony is a serious crime. È un delitto serio, grave. Evermore, delitto che potrebbe essere, non è obbligatorio che sia un'uccisione, ma comunque una cosa illegale grave, quella è felony. Evermore means above, together, beforehand, or forever.
Forever.
Forever. Evermore, forever. Ma volete andare avanti?
No.
Or should I show you some other sites? O volete che vi faccia vedere degli altri siti? Because I can send you the list and you can play this by yourselves, you know, when you have time. Perché posso mandarvi anche voi la lista.
But it's depressing because this is the simpler level.
No, it's not very easy. It's not very easy. Because actually, to be honest, to be 100% honest, this site is for American people. So these are difficult words for American people. So just imagine for us. Questo sito in realtà ci può ovviamente entrare da tutto il mondo, eccetera, però è principalmente fatto in base alla, come si chiamano, utenza americana, e quindi quando loro dicono vocabolario inglese, grammatica inglese, è in base cioè queste sono parole che già sono difficili per loro, capito? Per cui figurarsi per noi.
Ma above è above, not above.
Above vuol dire sì, above. La pronuncia
above is the pronuncia.
Sì.
Ok, io dicevo sempre above. Is above.
Spessissimo la O diventa A.
Ok.
London, above.
Yes, no, but I always pronounce with the O.
No, it's above. Va bene, allora, let's see another site. Vediamo un altro sito. Anyway, this was a free rice.
Free rice.
Okay. It's a website by the United Nations, and eccetera, eccetera. Then there are the TED-Ed talks. TED-Ed is fantastic. You can find many different talks, and it's also very useful because there are many subjects with questions, extra resources, tips, discussions. You can also create customized lessons based on existing videos. You can teach your students how to effectively express their ideas in a speech, and you can create your own speech or type script for a video, which can then be produced with the TED experts' help.
Sorry, what does customized means?
Customize, farlo personalizzato. Tu puoi
Okay.
prendere una lezione e personalizzartela. Decidere, per esempio, taglio questo pezzo, semplifico quest'altro, eccetera. Oppure puoi fare le tue lezioni, oppure puoi far fare ai tuoi studenti, eccetera, un discorso, possono raccontare una storia, possono esprimere qualcosa, che ne so, di scienze, qualunque roba, la sottoponi a loro e loro ti preparano il video. Volete un esempio? You can also ask for a story per day. For example, I get a TED talk every day. Io, per esempio, vedi, ne ricevo uno daily because I subscribed. It's all for free, of course, and they send me one every day e me ne spediscono uno ogni giorno. Questa volta mi hanno spedito questo. Today I got this one. Okay, okay. Now, wait a second. You can have it here. Potete averlo qui, or you can have it. You can see the full lesson, view full lesson. It's the same lesson, but che è la stessa lezione, ma con, dov'è? Eccolo qua, ma con, allora, watch, che è il video che si guarda, think, they are the questions related to what you listen, ci sono le domande, vedete, varie domande. Dig deeper, ci sono additional resources for you to explore. Quindi se volete altre indicazioni su questi argomenti, ci sono dei video collegati, eccetera, eccetera. Vedete altre indicazioni. E poi c'è un argomento per discutere e ognuno inserisce la sua risposta e fate una discussione con altre persone. Ma per il momento, let's watch it. The right word may be effective, but no word was ever as effective as a rightly timed pose. Perché questo video è su, come si intitolava, sulle parole che, perché noi tipo esitiamo quando parliamo? Perché facciamo queste intercalari tipo hai presente queste cose qui?
Because we are looking for the best word.
Sometimes, yes. In ogni caso, Mark Twain diceva che la parola giusta può essere efficace, ma nessuna parola è mai stata così efficace come una pausa al momento giusto.
For as long as we've had language,
do you want the subtitles or not?
Yes, yes, please.
Okay.
For as long as we've had language, some people have tried to control it. And some of the most frequent targets of this communication regulation are the ums, ers, and likes that pepper our conversations. Ancient Greek and Latin texts warned against speaking with hesitation. modern schools have tried to ban the offending terms, and renowned linguist Noam Chomsky dismissed these expressions as errors irrelevant to language. Historically, these speech components had been lumped into the broader bucket of disfluencies, linguistic fillers which distract from useful speech. However, none of this controversy has made these so-called disfluencies less common. They continue to occur roughly 2 to 3 times per minute in natural speech, and different versions of them can be found in almost every language, including sign language. So, are ums and uhs just a habit we can't break? Or is there more to them than meets the ear? To answer this question, it helps to compare these speech components to other words we use in everyday life. While a written word might have multiple definitions, we can usually determine its intended meaning through context. In speech, however, a word can take on additional layers of meaning. Tone of voice, the relationship between speakers, and expectations of where a conversation will go can imbue even words that seem like filler with vital information. This is where and come in, or and m, tuota and eto and ano. Linguists call these filled pauses, which are a kind of hesitation phenomenon. And these seemingly insignificant interruptions are actually quite meaningful in spoken communication. For example, while a silent pause might be interpreted as a sign for others to start speaking, a filled pause can signal that you're not finished yet. Hesitation phenomena can buy time for your speech to catch up with your thoughts, or to fish out the right word for a situation. And they don't just benefit the speaker. A filled pause lets your listeners know an important word is on the way. Linguists have even found that people are more likely to remember a word if it comes after a hesitation. Hesitation phenomena aren't the only parts of speech that take on new meaning during dialogue. Words and phrases such as like, well, or you know function as discourse markers, ignoring their literal meaning to convey something about the sentence in which they appear. Discourse markers direct the flow of conversation, and some studies suggest that conscientious speakers use more of these phrases to ensure everyone is being heard and understood. For example, starting a sentence with "look" can indicate your attitude and help you gauge the listener's agreement. "I mean" can signal that you're about to elaborate on something. And the dreaded "like" can perform many functions, such as establishing a loose connection between thoughts, or introducing someone else's words or actions. These markers give people a real-time view into your thought process and help listeners follow, interpret, and predict what you're trying to say. Discourse markers and hesitation phenomena aren't just useful for understanding language, they help us learn it too. In 2011, a study showed toddlers common and uncommon objects alongside a recording referring to one of the items. When a later recording asked them to identify the uncommon object, toddlers performed better if that instruction contained a filled pause. This may mean that filled pauses cue toddlers to expect novel words and help them connect new words to new objects. For adolescents and adults learning a second language, filled pauses smooth out awkward early conversations. And once they're more confident, the second language learner can signal their newfound fluency by using the appropriate hesitation phenomenon. Because contrary to popular belief, the use of filled pauses doesn't decrease with mastery of a language. Just because hesitation phenomena and discourse markers are a natural part of communication doesn't mean they're always appropriate. Outside of writing dialogue, they serve no purpose in most formal writing. And in some contexts, the stigma these social cues carry can work against the speaker. But in most conversations, these seemingly senseless sounds can convey a world of meaning. You're never too young to start honing your skills as a speaker.
So,
Get started.
couple of things. Do you know you can slow down any video. If they talk too quickly for you, you can go to the bottom. Can you see here the setting wheel? La rotellina del, insomma questa, the setting wheel. Click on it. And on speed, velocità di riproduzione, speed,
Okay.
you can go down to 0.75%, for example. So it's slowed down, or you can accelerate it if you want to.
No.
But in case the normal is too
This was the normal one.
This was the normal one. Do you want to hear the difference? This is the difference.
For as long as we've had language, some people have tried to control it. And some of the most frequent targets of this communication regulation are the ums, ers, and likes that pepper our conversations. Ancient Greek and Latin texts warned against speaking with hesitation. Modern schools have tried to ban the offending terms, and renowned linguist Noam Chomsky dismissed these expressions as errors irrelevant to language. Historically, these speech components had been lumped into the broader bucket of disfluent ums, ers.
This is something which can be very useful to you. Also, you can have the subtitles by clicking here. If you click here, you can get subtitles, sometimes in other languages as well. In this case, impostazione, subtitles, no, it's only in English. Sometimes there are subtitles in French, Italian, Spanish, in other languages. In this case, no, only English. But there's an automatic translation. You can have the automatic translation, for example, in Italian. Let's see.
For as long as we've had language, some people have tried to control it. And some of the most frequent targets of this communication regulation are the ums, ers, and likes that pepper our conversations. Ancient Greek and Latin texts warned against speaking with hesitation. Modern schools have tried to ban the offending terms. And renowned linguist Noam Chomsky dismissed these expressions as errors irrelevant to language. Historically, these speech components had been lumped into the broader bucket of...
But we don't want the translation. So subtitles only in English. Okay, so this is how you can use these videos. You can have subtitles, you can slow them down, you can ask for the translation, subtitles in Italian, for example, and so on and so on. Ok, questo è molto utile perché... So, would you like to read and then check your reading? Volete leggere, poi una frase a testa e poi controlliamo la pronuncia?
Yes, sure.
Yes.
Vai. Ok. Vai, Valentina.
Me. For as long as we have had language, some people have tried to control it.
As long as we've had language, some people have tried to control it. And some of the most...
And some of the most frequent targets of this communication regulation.
Communication regulation.
Regulation.
Frequent targets of this communication regulation are the
ums, ers, and likes that pepper our conversations.
Ums, ers, and likes that pepper our conversations. Ancient...
Vai, Giuliana.
Ancient Greek and Latin text warned.
Sì, allora, ancient Greek and Latin texts warned against
speaking
with hesitation.
Okay.
Ancient Greek and Latin texts warned against speaking with hesitation. Modern schools
Modern schools have tried to ban the offending terms.
Schools have tried to ban the offending terms and
Vai, Giuliana.
And the renowned
Renowned linguist
Noam
Chomsky dismissed
these expressions
as
error.
renowned linguist Noam Chomsky dismissed these expressions as errors irrelevant to
language.
Facciamone anche un'altra.
language. Historically,
these speech components have been lumped.
these speech components had been lumped into the broader
Into the broader
bucket
of dysfunctions.
Sì, sono stati buttati nel grande calderone, nel grande cesto delle disfunzioni.
bucket of disfluencies, linguistic fillers
which distract from useful speech.
However,
None of this controversy is made these so-called dysfunctions less common.
Allora, however, none, questo è uno di quei casi in cui la O diventa A, none of this controversy has made this so-called, della E di finale non si sente, called, disfluencies less common.
None of this controversy has made these so-called disfluencies less common. They continue
to occur roughly 2 or 3 times per minute in natural speech.
To occur roughly 2 to 3 times per minute in natural speech. And different
versions of thing can be found in almost every language.
Yes, different versions of them, di loro, can be found in almost, la A davanti alla L è quasi sempre una O, almost every language.
Versions of them can be found in almost every language, including sign
language.
Inclusa la lingua dei segni, perfino quando si fa con la lingua dei segni ci sono delle, come si può dire? Sì, queste parole insomma in più.
Language. So, are ums and uhs just a habit we can't break?
Scusate, dovevo fermarmi prima.
There are, giusto? Ums and hash, just a habit we can't break.
Quindi sono questi semplicemente un'abitudine che non riusciamo a smettere?
Break? Or is there more?
To them than meets the ear?
O c'è di più che per gli occhi?
More to them than meets the ear. To answer these
questions,
fai finta che la W non ci sia. To answer
these questions, it helps to compare these speak components.
Bravissima.
Question. It helps to compare these speech components to other words.
Vai Valentina.
To other words we use in everyday life.
While a written
word might have a multiple definition.
Multiple, allora il finale PLE, la E sembra sempre passare in mezzo. Multiple definitions.
Written
word might have multiple definitions. We can usually determine.
Scusa, era una domanda?
Sì, era una domanda. Scusa.
Dimmi.
Written,
scritta.
Ok.
Scritta.
Ok.
Le parole scritte possono avere varie definizioni, però di solito queste definizioni le capiamo dal contesto. Per esempio, count potrebbe essere conte, potrebbe essere contare, come potrebbe essere count on me, conta su di me, affidati a me. Okay? We can, vai Valentina, scusa.
We can usually determine its intended meaning through context.
Esatto.
Determine its intended meaning through context. In speech, however,
In speech, however, a word can take on additional
layers
of meaning.
Però nel parlare una parola può anche avere vari strati di significato. Layer è uno strato.
a word can take on additional layers of meaning.
Vai, Valentina.
Tone of voice, the relationship between speakers.
Esatto, questi significati dati dal tono della voce, dal rapporto tra i parlanti, quindi la stessa parola può diventare una presa in giro, una cosa di ammirazione, dipende, capito? A seconda del tono della voce, del rapporto che c'è tra i parlanti.
Tone of voice, the relationship between speakers, and expectations of where...
The expressions of where a conversation will go.
O quello che ti aspetti, dove aspetti che vada a finire la conversazione.
Where a conversation will go can imbue even words that seem like filler.
Scusate,
Can imbue even words.
Mi faccio prendere da... voglio vedere cosa e mi dimentico di fermarlo. Vai, Valentina.
Can imbue even words that seem like filler with the vital information.
With vital information.
Sempre la A diventa più una O. Vital
Information.
This is where and come in.
This where and
come in. Sì, per gli americani loro fanno ok?
Ok.
Or e M. Per esempio per i francesi o per gli italiani. Tuto and O, per esempio per i finlandesi.
Ecco.
Eto and ano per i giapponesi.
And M. Tota and
Tota and O per i finlandesi.
Eto and ano.
Eto che però non si dice così, cioè eto, ano, ok, per i giapponesi.
Linguists call
these filled pauses, which are a kind of hesitation phenomenon.
Esatto. I linguisti chiamano queste pause piene e sono un tipo di fenomeno di esitazione.
These filled pauses, which
sono chiamate filled pauses, pause riempite.
Are a kind of hesitation phenomenon, and these seemingly
this seeming in significat interruption.
Interruption.
La usi di
insignificant interruptions are actually
quite meaningful in a spoken communication.
Questi sono in realtà molto significanti nella comunicazione parlata.
Quite meaningful in spoken communication.
Molto, insomma, hanno un significato.
For example, while as a silent pause might be interpreted.
Allora, come ti dicevo, questa finale PL, TL, BLE, example, come se lei andasse in mezzo. For example, while a silent pause, la AU è quasi sempre O, tipo August, August, comunque pause, la AU diventa quasi sempre O.
Pause, ok.
Might be interpreted.
For example, while a silent pause might be interpreted as a sign for others to
Scusa, Valentina.
As a sign for others to start speaking.
Ok, dice quindi per esempio, mentre una pausa potrebbe essere interpretata dagli altri come un segnale che tu hai finito di parlare e quindi tocca loro.
To start speaking, a filled pause.
A filled pause.
A filled pause can signal.
Allora, il suono gn non esiste in inglese, quindi la gn diventa gn. Signal
that you're not finished yet.
Finished, la E non si sente, finished yet. Una pausa riempita da questo segnala che non hai ancora finito di parlare, ok?
Can signal that you're not finished yet. Hesitation
phenomena can buy time for your speech to catch up with your thoughts.
Questi fenomeni di esitazioni possono farti guadagnare tempo in modo che il tuo discorso si può dire, afferri, si porti a livello dei tuoi pensieri, ok? Che riesci a esprimere quello che stai pensando. Facendo queste pause, come per dire così, nel frattempo riesci a elaborare meglio il tuo pensiero e a spiegarlo meglio. Scusate.
Phenomena can buy time for your speech to catch up with your thoughts. Or
to fish out the right word for a situation.
Esatto, o pescare, ripescare la parola giusta per una situazione.
To fish out the right word for a situation. And they don't
just benefit the speaker.
Esatto, e non sono solo di beneficio per il parlante.
Just benefit the speaker. A filled pause.
A filled pause lets your
listeners know
now an important word is on the way.
Yes, a filled pause, una pausa riempita con questo lets your listeners know, fa in modo che i tuoi ascoltatori sappiano an important word is on the way, che sta arrivando una parola importante.
Lets your listeners know an important word is on the way. Linguists
have even found that people are more likely
to remember
a word if it comes after a
hesitation. I linguisti hanno addirittura scoperto che è più facile ricordarsi una parola se viene dopo una pausa di esitazione. Se tu fai e poi dici la parola, quella parola colpisce molto di più ed è molto più memorizzabile che non una parola in un discorso che fila.
Remember a word if it comes after a hesitation.
Hesitation phenomena aren't the only parts of speech.
Hesitation phenomena aren't the only parts of speech that take on new
meaning during during dialogue.
Come se questa I fosse una I, dialogue.
Dialogue.
Quindi it's not the only parts of speech that take on new meaning during dialogue.
New meaning during dialogue. Words and phrases such as like.
Scusa.
Words and phrases such as like, well, or you know.
Esatto, parole e frasi come like, oppure well, oppure you know, queste frasi qua.
Like, well, or you know, function as
function,
ecco, la U non mi ricordavo la Fashion is a discourse marker.
Markers.
Discourse markers, ignoring their literal
meaning to convey something about the sentence.
Esatto, non hanno un significato letterale, cioè you know vuol dire tu sai, però non è usato in quel modo, è usato per to convey something about the sentence, per, come si dice in italiano, per far arrivare qualcosa della frase.
meaning, to convey something about the sentence in which they appear.
You know, it's been a while, per esempio, in which they appear.
Discourse markers
direct the flow of conversation.
Allora, discourse markers, direct or direct va bene tutte e due, the flow, il flusso, dirigono il flusso, the flow of conversation, il flusso della conversazione.
Direct the flow of conversation, and some studies
suggest that conscious speakers
suggest that conscientious speakers
has more of this place to
use more of these phrases to ensure
use more of these places to ensure
everyone is being heard
and is being heard and understood.
Heard and understood.
More of these phrases to ensure everyone is being heard and understood. For example,
starting a sentence with look.
Look, ok, questa intercalare. Look, if I blah blah, questo ti attira tantissimo l'attenzione.
Starting a sentence with look can indicate your
attitude and help you gauge the listener's agreement.
You gauge the listener's agreement.
Attitude and help you gauge the listener's agreement.
Okay. Va bene. Vai, Valentina.
I mean can signal that you're about to elaborate on something.
I mean can signal that you're about to elaborate on something. And the
red light can perform many functions.
Allora, and the dreaded like can perform many functions.
Dreaded like can perform many functions, such as establishing a loose connection.
Such as establishing a loose connection between thoughts.
Esatto. Come stabilire delle connessioni libere tra pensieri.
Between thoughts, or
introduction summon using.
Allora, or introducing someone else's words or actions.
Someone.
Else's
words
or actions. O introdurre le azioni o le parole di qualcun altro.
Introducing someone else's words or actions. These markers
give people a real-time view into your thought process.
Give people a real-time view into your thought process and help listeners
and help listeners follow, interpret, and predict what you're trying to say.
Listeners follow, interpret, and predict what you're trying to say. Discourse markers
and hesitation phenomena.
And hesitation phenomena aren't just
as
useful.
Aren't just as full for understanding
Aren't just useful for understanding language. Non sono solo utili per capire il linguaggio.
Useful for understanding language. They help us learn it.
They help us learn it too.
Ci aiutano anche a impararlo.
2. In 2011.
In
2011. Sì, ok, va bene anche 2011, va bene.
In 2011 study showed toddlers common and uncommon objects.
Sì, hanno fatto vedere a questi bambini piccoli degli oggetti comuni e meno comuni.
A study showed toddlers common and uncommon objects alongside
the recording referring to one of the items.
Esatto, insieme a una registrazione che si riferiva a uno degli oggetti. Per esempio, a lighthouse, un faro, oppure a boat, una barca.
A recording referring to one of the items. When a later
recording asked them to identify
Maria Pia, sorry, I cannot hear you very well at the moment.
Okay, sorry. When a later recording asked them to identify the uncommon object.
No, your voice is lower than before. Your voice.
I didn't know. I didn't do anything.
Okay.
By the uncommon object, toddlers perform.
Vai Valentina.
Toddlers performed better if that instruction contained a failed pause.
Esatto. Se invece di dire a lighthouse, a boat, tu dici a lighthouse e poi a boat, questa parola rimane molto più a mente.
Performed better if that instruction contained a filled pause. This may mean
that filled pauses.
Filled pauses.
This may mean.
Scusa, vai.
Scusami. This may mean that filled pauses to expect novel words.
Esatto. This may mean that filled pauses cue toddlers to expect novel words. Ok? Questo può significare che queste pause segnalavano ai bambini piccoli che stava arrivando una parola nuova e quindi loro prestavano particolare attenzione.
That filled pauses cue toddlers to expect novel words and help
them connect new words to new objects.
Them connect new words to new objects. For adolescents,
for adolescents and adults learning a second language.
Yes, for adolescents and adults learning a second language.
And adults learning a second language, filled pauses.
Filled pauses smooth out awkward early conversations.
Smooth out awkward early conversations. And once they're more...
Vai Giuliana. And once they are more confident.
More confidence.
Confident, the second language
learner can signal their newfound fluency.
Learner can signal their newfound fluency by using the appropriate
Using the appropriate
hesitation phenomenon. A proposito, avete notato come le parole straniere, soprattutto greche e latine, mantengono il plurale come sono originari? Per esempio, curriculum, curricula, phenomenon, phenomena. Ok, non phenomenons, phenomena. Mantengono juniores. Mantengono il plurale come era in latino. Non dici one curriculum, two curricula. A referendum, two referenda.
Quindi è fenomena.
Phenomenon, phenomena.
Ok, fenomena.
By using the appropriate hesitation phenomenon.
Because contrary to
popular belief,
the use of filled
pauses.
The use of filled pauses.
Ascolta, questo viene da fill, riempire, filled
pauses doesn't
pauses doesn't decrease
with mastery of language.
With master of language.
Filled pauses doesn't decrease with mastery of a language.
Just because hesitation phenomena and discourse markers.
Just as hesitation phenomena and discourse markers are a natural
a natural part of communication, doesn't mean they're always appropriate.
Part of communication doesn't mean they're always appropriate. Outside of
writing dialogue, they serve no purpose in most formal writing.
Writing dialogue, they serve no purpose in most formal writing, and in some
contexts, the stigma these social cues carry.
Yes, and in some contexts, the stigma these social cues carry.
The social
contexts, the stigma these social cues carry can work against.
The speaker.
Against the speaker, but in most conversations.
Vai, scusa Valentina, vai tu.
Vai Valentina.
Oh, no, come volete, Giuliano.
But in most conversations, these seemingly senseless sounds.
These seemingly senseless sounds can convey
a word of meaning.
Esatto.
A world of meaning.
Ok, quindi questi suoni che sembrano senza senso possono in realtà portare un sacco di significato, ok? Quindi ecco perché facciamo cioè e così via, ok? Va bene, comunque questo che volevo farvi vedere è questi TED Talks. There are the questions based on the listening. There are the other resources, and there's the discussion, okay? Then, other possibilities are...
But sorry, is the discussing real time or not?
Yes, yes, you can write straight away and somebody can reply to you.
Okay.
Yeah. Then, this is also a very useful site for activities for learners of English. You can choose the skill. Mi accendi la luce per favore, già che ci sei, grazie. The skill, grammar, listening, pronunciation, reading, etc. And the level, basic, independent, proficient, and the time in which you want the exercise to last. For example, from 0 to 5 minutes, from 5 to 10 minutes, more than 10 minutes. For example, what would you like to choose?
Pronunciation.
Sorry?
I'd like to choose pronunciation because it's very difficult.
Pronunciation, what level?
Basic. Basic
is very easy for you, but anyway. And how?
5 minutes, 5 minutes. Just 0.5 minutes.
So 4 activities for you.
Bad or bad?
Vabbè. Allora, which word has a different vowel sound? Quale parola ha un suono vocalico diverso? Head, check. Ascoltiamo.
Head, had, check.
Secondo voi?
The second one. The second one.
Well done. Now watch, listen, and repeat. Which word has a different vowel sound?
Left, plan, said.
Said.
Tu che dici, Giuliana?
Left.
Beh, quale mettiamo? Proviamo questa. Proviamo questa. Plan. Ma sapete perché? Perché questi in realtà parlano americano. Allora questo plan diventa più un plan, con una A. In inglese sarebbe più una E, comunque.
Dead, add, west.
Ed.
West.
Ah no, neanche west, dead allora. Ma scusa, allora qual è giusto?
Era giusto.
Ma quando l'ho fatto mi ha detto di no, vabbè.
Back, went, friend.
Back, perhaps, back.
What do you say?
Friend. Ah, ok.
How did you go? 75%. Ok, però pronunciation is very difficult. La pronuncia è molto difficile e anche in realtà varia molto dal British English all'American English, Australian English, and so on. So I wouldn't be too, how can I say, worried about these differences. Non mi preoccuperei troppo di queste differenze di vocali tra la E e la A, perché come vi dico, tra l'inglese americano, quello britannico, quello australiano, ci sono anche semplicemente British English and Scottish or Irish. Comunque su questo sito si trovano appunto questi esercizi di tutti i tipi.
Possiamo caricare.
Sorry, can you just a moment that I write the site?
I will send you this.
Okay. Thank you.
Then write and improve is very, very useful if you want to implement your writing, if you want to improve your writing. Again, you have to choose, com'è qua? Choose a topic. Com'era quella questione? Ok, start practicing now. Again, you can choose beginner, intermediate, advanced, business, just for fun, whatever. So what would you like? For example, beginner, a description.
Beginner.
My family. For example, my family. Describe a member of your family. Remember to include information about. Descrivi un membro della tua famiglia. Ricordati di includere informazioni su their name or how old they are. What they look like. What they do in their free time. Ok? Quindi tu scrivi. Do not write your real name or surname or email address. Mi raccomando, non scrivete il vostro vero nome, cognome o indirizzo email, perché a loro non interessa. Voi scrivete appunto il vostro lavoro e this task is about 30 words. You're supposed to write about 30 words. Then you send it, and you're giving a feedback straight away.
Straight away.
Yeah, yes. Sometimes straight away, sometimes it requires a little bit, but they give you the feedback. Okay?
Okay.
If you want something more difficult, intermediate, for example, your English teacher told you about to write and improve and said you should use it to practice and improve your English writing. Your teacher has asked you to write a report about your experience with write and improve, describing what you liked or didn't like about it and why. Finish by saying whether you would recommend your classmates to try it or not. Write your report. You're supposed to write 140 to 190 words. And then you send it and you'll be given the feedback. Okay? So this is also very, very useful. Grammarly. Okay, this is not a website. This is a Google Chrome extension. So you have to download the extension. And every time you write in English, they give you suggestions. You know, they analyze your mistakes and give suggestions on how to improve your writing. And it's very useful.
Yes.
Then there's teachingenglish.org, the website of the British Council, which is also very useful. The BBC, dedicated to learning and teaching of English, the ABC, the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, and finally, don't you forget that almost any museum has its own website with many interesting videos and parts dedicated to education, with games, activities, etc. Poi non dimenticatevi che praticamente ogni museo ha il suo website, il suo sito web, con molti video interessanti, parti dedicate all'istruzione dei bambini, con giochi, attività, eccetera, eccetera. Personalmente mi piacciono molto il website dello Smithsonian Institute, quello del Met, Metropolitan Museum, quello del MoMA, Museum of Modern Art, di New York, the British Museum, the National Gallery. Okay, I'm going to send you.
Okay, thanks. It's 7.
Yes.
7 o'clock.
I found it's 7 o'clock.
Get going. Is that right?
Sorry?
I gotta get going.
Yes, I gotta get going. It's very, how can I say, not slang, but very talkative. You use it a lot when you talk among friends. But yes, you've got to get going. Devo andare. Okay. All right.
See you later.
See you next time.
Next time later. Okay.
Okay. Bye. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Later.
Bye.